Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to our Wellness Wednesday. That's a real it's a tongue twister. So grateful to be here and feeling a particularly excited kind of energy around whatever this big announcement is at 5:30 today on our corporate call. I have no idea. So I'm as much in the dark as everyone else, but it sounds very exciting. So as we all know, Wednesday is the time of the week that we come together just to share our stories and how we've been working with this with the AO technology and also, just sort of hear from each other where we're at. And I know as I was sort of reflecting on coming together, just wondering for myself and wondering as well for others, maybe what's been a highlight for you in this week with the scanner and how you're incorporating frequencies in general, kind of in your life and work and journey as we sort of expand our understanding of what this is all about. I know I continue to be just fascinated and learning more. So, what would be a highlight in the world of frequencies, either related to the scanner or just in general for people? Would love to hear from you, and then let's hear some stories, which is why we're here today. Has anybody got anything they want to jump in with?
Sure, I will. I'll
Okay.
start.
Thanks, Patricia.
Yeah. I'm Patricia, and I've been with the scanner for just over a year, and I am loving MindSync.
Mm,
And, the most powerful voice you can listen to is God's, your mother's, and yours. And they live rent free in our head. They're like a bird flying around a tree that land and nest. And when they nest, they're rent free, much like our thoughts. And our energy attracts our thoughts. And when we grab them and start meditating on them, they live rent free in our heart. And those become blocks. And what we say to ourselves is terrible, terrible. And so I've been using MindSync and I am just breaking through so many blocks to listen to my voice. It's just one of the most powerful tools that I've used. So I just want to encourage everybody to tap into your MindSync. It's powerful.
yeah, that's fantastic, Patricia. And I know you've been working with that a lot. It's great. And Char, I think you had something you were gonna say.
I'm going to jump in. Hi,
Good.
guys.
Hi.
It's
See
Char.
you. Hi, Char.
So
Always
kind of an update from the last
good.
one.
Yeah.
I kind of changed my frequencies around and I took some suggestions actually from Patricia, so thank you.
Good.
And I'm telling you, first of all, my hair feels thicker already.
Wow.
I'm Because I was like, I told you my husband was like, babe, I think you're gonna have to start
Hmm.
wearing a wig
Yeah.
soon. You know what I mean? And it's starting to fill in little by little. I mean, hair doesn't grow overnight,
Hmm.
but I can tell something is changing. You know what
Right.
I mean? But here's my biggest thing is with my legs, with my lymphedema, I had started to regress for some reason, and I
Hmm.
was having a harder time walking. I was having more pain, and I was like, okay, what do I need to change? You know what I mean? So you scan yourself, you kind of get some ideas of what's going on. And I changed the order of some things on the scan. Like I said, I got some really good tips from Patricia. So thank you again.
You're welcome.
And guys, the last 2 days, I'm walking better than I've walked in the
Wow.
last 6 weeks.
That's
So
amazing.
anytime I have a win, let me
Yeah,
tell you, it's
absolutely.
huge for me. It is so big. It
Wow.
just like I have goosebumps right now,
That
right?
is so fantastic.
Because, and I just got off the phone actually with Netsai, who's on, and I was like, oh my gosh, Netsai, I'm walking pretty darn good today. And without my walker around the house, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And my husband is like, wow, babe, like you're walking better. I even had to go have my car work done today. And usually, if I have to sit in a regular chair for too long, I'm spent for the day. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? But I was able to get up and down, move around. I even fell asleep in the chair because it took a couple of hours. And I was like, I'm not going to say.
anything bad, you know what I mean, to
Right.
myself. So now I'm just speaking. I have no pain. I'm walking perfect. And I'm just speaking it because, life and death is in the power of the tongue, right? And we forget that and we start saying the wrong things to ourselves and our mind takes over. That's where mind sync is so great. And it's so funny when I do mind sync though, you know how you hear yourself, right? When you're just speaking to other people and then you hear yourself on mind sync and you don't sound like the same person. You're like, who is that?
I know.
It's kind of funny, but it's really, really powerful. And I feel like using mind sync too is very productive for me. And I'm getting more done and I'm pushing through things, which is really powerful when you're dealing with a disease that I'm not going to say I have it because I'm not going to own it.
No.
I refuse. And I don't listen to any doctor who tells me that it's not curable because I have God and all things are possible with God. So, and then we just add in these great frequencies and, what a good, powerful marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Having God and the frequencies and using mindset. And boy, it can just change your whole perspective. And
Hmm.
this past week has just this such a blessing to me, when I can walk and I can do things for my family better and not be in pain all
Yeah.
day long.
Hmm.
I am so blessed.
That's
So I just
awesome.
want to let you guys know. So
That's
thank
amazing,
you.
Char. That's fantastic. That's so exciting for you. And yeah, and it's just going to keep getting better. And I think, as Patricia's saying, and I will absolutely agree and attest. And I mean, I think even in my work as a therapist, the power of the mind and our thoughts and our speech, like you were saying, I mean, it's energy. There's frequencies in all of that. We know that from our inner voice. There's 10,000, frequencies in the tones of our voice. So, we are constantly speaking life or death literally to the cells of our body. And so the power of these tools and, being aware and like you said, not owning these things, but using these frequencies to be able to shift our very cellular structure. And I think the more we learn about this and, we've all, probably seen the studies that were done with water and ice and when you speak life and death, they form different shapes and they do different things. And so we now have scientific proof, if you like, that all of those things are true. But certainly working with that mind sync and inner voice, I think, especially when we're dealing with everything being so connected. And I was speaking with somebody about this today in terms of the holistic nature of what we have our hands on, that we aren't isolated in any one area. So, we often in our very fragmented kind of world and culture here in the West, especially, things are in such boxes. And yet we know emotions affect our organs, they affect our body affects our emotions. It's all connected. So being able to not just look at the physical things through our scans of what's going on, but knowing and having that information of what's the emotional connection is so powerful. And recognizing the ways that we can work with that with all of these beautiful tools. So it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
Can I add to that?
Please do.
I want to talk about Sephi and imprinting. And
Mhm.
Char, today I woke up with I'm starting to get a little bit of nerve damage on my left hand, and I couldn't bend, I couldn't put my fingers together. And it's because I'm a side sleeper and I'm working really hard at becoming a back sleeper. But I ran my Sephi and then I did a reach, I did an affirmation, a flower, and then I imprinted nerve stimulator, nerve damage, everything. And I imprinted hologram stickers and I put them on. And, sometimes we forget these things. And I make stickers for everybody else. And then I went, well, hold on, what about me? So I did that and I can bend my hand, I can put my fingers together, and I couldn't do that this morning. So these
Mhm.
Cephis are really powerful. And
Yeah.
Char, I just want to encourage you to order some hologram stickers or Cephis and start imprinting. They're
Yep.
powerful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do need to do that. Thanks for the reminder because I also deal with, carpal tunnel and issues with my shoulders. And so I do need to do that. I don't know why I forget. Maybe I'm just not in a good habit yet. You
Sure.
know what I mean? But I definitely need to do more imprinting. That's for
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm.
I'm going to do that. I do have the hologram. I have those.
Oh,
So I
perfect.
just need to use them.
Yeah.
Need to use
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
So
and
thank you.
I'm remembering to add to that, Char, and to what you're saying, Patricia, too. And in one of the classes, for those of us that are in Dr. Daryl's AO scanner class, and you may have said this other places, but taking the frequencies in different ways. So, hi, Karen, welcome. So the frequencies running, and then also imprinting and imprinting our water, like the more ways that we can get it into our system, the better. And definitely the imprinting is really, really powerful. My sister, I'm just remembering this, and Patricia knows my sister. She has the scanner, and we're now using it to help my niece, who's been very recently diagnosed with a health condition that we didn't see coming, but it's been helping her. But my sister fractured or like damaged her foot a couple of weeks ago. And absolutely, she just kind of did what I did a while ago when I sprained, well, I actually broke my ankle. But she just had the Cephes playing for inflammation and fracture and injury and all the things. And she absolutely, the swelling was down in no time. Just the huge shift that happened in a very short period of time. So we know that stories, that's why we're here to tell the stories, but and she hasn't used it extensively. So I think that that's helping her to really kind of go, oh, wait a minute, I need to get into the habit. Like you're saying, Char, it's easy. And I was like that for the first little while. I've been about a year myself. I think Patricia and I got involved with Solex around the same time. And it took me a while to kind of really get my head around what we had here and start getting into a habit and routine of how I use it. So now, we know now in the evenings, right before we're all going to bed, everybody in the house knows, okay, now I got to do the frequencies for this and the frequencies for that and check on the dog and do all the things. So it's now become part of our nighttime routine. But once those habits are in place, it's really powerful. So welcome, Karen and Anne. Good to have you. As always, we're just sharing some amazing stories. And here comes Ellen. So, any other testimonials that you would like to share or things that you've been experiencing? Yeah, go ahead. Thank you. I put my glasses on. I'm reading names wrong. Go ahead, Anne. Thank you.
I just wanted to share about my
Yeah.
dog.
Please do.
His name is Viking. Usually, when we have a thunderstorm, he just goes berserk, shaking like crazy and what have you. And I forgot that this happened long ago, and it just came to my mind. So I did the frequency for thunderstorm. He freaks when there's a big storm. So I did the frequency for thunderstorm, and I can't remember what else. Fear.
Wow.
And he was just chilling right beside me, calm. Like he would shake, run down to the basement, up and down, whatever, and he just sat beside me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. I love that. And animals are so incredible because they don't have all the blocks of all the things that we human types do, of all the reasons why we don't think it works and all of the, they just like take it in. So it's beautiful, a beautiful testimonial. That's great. Love that, Anne. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Anybody else? Hello, Ellen. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah. Um, Patricia, were you going to say something else?
I
Yeah.
can always talk.
I know. Great.
Well, I want to share as well. Under subjects and objects, spaces and objects, I've been scanning so much there, and I'm accomplishing a whole lot more because it's sending me the frequencies that I need. So, for example, today I'm in my office. I've been working in my office all day long, and it's something that I really don't love. And you know what? The difference in my mind from 1 year ago when I first started with this to this year, my ability to process is has just tightened right up. So I'm able to go through everything that I need to go through. And I've been playing frequencies onto my office, and I'm accomplishing a lot, a lot. So I want to encourage you guys that under spaces and objects, I put my Solex team, I put my prospects, I put my AO business, I put everything under there. And I want to encourage you to do that. And you just start scanning. You can click on reach, affirmation, flower, chakra. And you know what? Don't even question it. Just send it what it needs. I'll give you an example. I was doing a demo scan for one of my new QLAs. And I think maybe I may have shared this story last time. I've been sharing it a lot, but I'll share it with you. Excuse me. She asked me why her house wasn't selling. It'd been on the market for a long time. It wasn't even showing. And I said, well, I have no idea. So I scanned it, and what came up was blocked. She purchased the system, she started scanning it, and 3 days later, it started to show. Like it will literally send your spaces and your objects exactly what is needed. So I want to challenge you to do that this week.
That's great, Patricia. You're reminding me as well um, of yesterday. My husband had an appointment with his GP, and they've had a bit of a challenging relationship. There's been some hard times of him not really feeling heard and not being supported in some of the medical interventions he needs. And it's been really hard. And we were particularly a bit concerned yesterday because he needed her to do something for him that was really important. And in the past, she's been very dismissive and all kinds of things. So he was going to the meeting or to the appointment. And so I went onto our scanner and I put the meeting in under spaces and objects. I had Patricia's little, like her beautiful voice in my back of my mind going, put it in. So I did. And, just put the meeting and I like put peace and gratitude and resolution and all the things I could find that would be positive and affirming. I had relationship enhancement in there and all the things. And played that the whole time. And when he got home, he had the most productive appointment. She did all the things that he asked, and she was very kind. And he said it was like he's never experienced an appointment like that with her before. And I'm like, it's the frequencies, because that was the only thing different. So, yeah, I mean, I've also been doing a lot with spaces and objects since Patricia's been highlighting it, and had some other things with a new office space that I could go into a big long story. I won't today, but yeah, just really opening things up in ways that my comprehension and my limited thinking wouldn't even imagine possible. But something about having like this expansion happening is allowing for new things to show up. So absolutely can't, say enough about that as well. So I've got a million tabs open up on
Yeah.
on my computer. Hi, Krista. Welcome here. Good to see you. So yeah, so there's no end to what we can do with these things. Yeah. Anybody else have anything you even want to ask about? Or Karen, you got something great.
Oh, sure. Last Friday, my shipment of Foot Detox with the waistband and the mask arrived. I was so excited because it wasn't supposed to arrive till Monday, so I had the whole weekend to play as well. And the most exciting thing for me is the waistband. I have asthma, which is bordering on COPD. You've been following that journey with me since I've been joining these Wednesday meetings. Yeah. And I'm short-waisted. So the waistband covers from under my boobs to almost down to my my hips. And what I've discovered is that the waistband is helping my lungs.
Wow.
It's somehow massaging, because it can't get right to my lungs because they're covered by ribs. But between my diaphragm and what is happening beneath my ribs, the asthma is taking another step away from me.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, so I can now do 20 stairs, which is in my apartment building, there's no elevator, so it's 20 stairs. I have a dog, so it's at least twice a day. And more often if I'm bringing home groceries or going out running errands and stuff. And I can now climb those stairs and not get winded, with
Wow.
no inhaler. I gave up the steroid inhaler in January.
It's amazing.
Saw the Pacific Lung Clinic a week ago this past Monday and reported in on that last week. So I'm just really gratified that almost every new piece of equipment is going to support that part of my body primarily over and above everything else.
That's fantastic, Karen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
happy for you, and it's just going to get better.
Yeah. Digestion and elimination have also taken another turn to the better.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm sure that the foot part is doing a lot of the work as well, but I really feel it with the waistband.
Yeah, you're just reminding me that I need to use my waistband more often because I don't always use it along with the foot detox.
It's not super comfortable.
No, it's
It's
not.
hard to get on
It's noisy.
and it's noisy.
Well, Karen, you look amazing. You can see that you're getting more oxygen.
Yeah.
And what that belt does is it activates all of your organs. So put that vibration on your stomach, but you can see a difference in you. It's absolutely incredible.
You probably see more than I see in myself.
Of course.
Yeah, it's true. Like all of us. Right?
I'm looking for this to get gone.
You got your mask now. So
yeah. It doesn't really, I have also a short head, so it doesn't really fit me well down here. So I use the red light band right on my mouth when I'm finished with my wrists for the day. So overall, just very excited.
it's very exciting. That's fantastic, Karen. Thank you for sharing. Yeah.
So I think we'll have room for one more.
Yep. We 5 more minutes, and then we want to get on that corporate call and find out what's going on. I'm so excited to find out what's new. Yeah, can't wait. Anybody else have anything they want to say? Or I know Krista. Go ahead, Krista. Be careful while you're driving. I can't unmute for you, or I would, but
Oh,
okay, you're not able to unmute. Darn it. Okay, give it one more quick try with your no. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's not letting you unmute for some reason, so darn. She's
well, it's
trying
been
to
another
wait, but we
great,
can't.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's been another great call, great
Yeah,
testimonials.
has been. Yeah. And so for does everybody know how to get on? Is there anybody who doesn't know how to get onto the corporate call? Let me ask it that way. So everybody's good to be able to get on to the 5:30 call and find out the latest No, Ellen, you're not sure how to do that?
No.
Okay, so to get on the corporate call, and correct me if I'm not right here, Patricia, you're going to go onto the Solex LLC YouTube channel, and it'll just go live at 5:30.
I see. 5:30, what time?
Well,
What zone?
5 minutes. So whatever
okay.
time zone you're in, it's
I
in 4 minutes now. So this call goes, we're on the Pacific Coast time. So we're at 5:28, I think it is 27. And then at 5:30 our time, the corporate call starts. So
Perfect.
maybe we will, if there's nothing else, maybe we will close now and say thank you all for